Absolutely. And there's ways to, what's important for doctors is in looking at running a successful practice and building a legacy for your family, even in crazy times, is time, money, and impact, right? So if you're going along, with some of them, but you have one or two off in the wheel, it's absolutely amazing the momentum it fixes, those couple little parts within the wheel, to really, you could double what you're doing because you have so many other things in place quickly, right? And let me show you another example of what I'm talking about with that. Okay, here's another illustration that I use with the doctors. And what's interesting about this is in industry and running a small business, they always say your patient journey or your patient funnel, right? And it usually stops right here. And this is the journey. It's like you have traffic. So we were talking SEO, local, paid ads, or referred. There's still a lot referred. Well, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes. You look at all of this work that's done to get patients through the practice and then back in the practice, right? Current patients re-enrolling and coming back in and doing these type of things. So you have them, they're scheduling on the website, they have an appointment, they come in for that appointment, right? So that's normally where marketing companies end, like, oh, okay, you got the call to the office and we're just figuring that the front desk is doing great on, enrolling, and they're greeting the patients and their first experience is wonderful. Great. But if you can fix those 1, 2, 3 in your wheel that goes around, you then can make it a hourglass. And what this does is instead of just getting a few in on this tiny little funnel right here, you're going to be able to make your patient lifetime value worth so much more, because what we've done then is we've educated them, we've built rapport with them, we've established trust, and we're documenting this, and this is in the system. We've answered all their questions by giving them enough educational material, by giving them a great campaign that educated them about dental implants, Invisalign, full mouth rehab, whatever that might be for the bigger ticket, especially, right? That needs that education. And then when they agree to it, are we making sure that, it's like, do you need to implement in your practice, no insurance, no problem? Do you have the finances set up? Is your treatment plan going well? Like what's the percentage that say yes to the treatment? Did we get good quality paid leads in there? And when they are, and they're happy and they agree to treatment, and then they get that treatment done, especially the higher ticket, right? They're happy, what you just talked about. Then we do the whole surprise, delight, and wow. So we get those reviews, we get those referrals, like they want to shout from the rooftops. They have a raving fan. So if you have that, your marketing becomes so easy and a lot less expensive, because now you don't need to spend the budget on paid ads that you may have had to in the past to get butts in the seats. But then there's a lot of doctors like, oh, we're getting 100 new, patients a month. And I'm like, okay, so how are we taking care of those 100 new people? Are we making sure that that patient lifetime value can expand and grow more? Because having 100 new patients a month, or even 30, 40, it takes a lot out of you, because you have to be on your game, and it's a new relationship, and it's this whole conversation. It's a heavy appointment. It's taxing at times. So if we can do it right when they go through, again, we're making this hourglass. We're making this patient lifetime value. We're making it so much easier for referrals and that. So the answer to your question, Mel, is absolutely. If you have 1, 2, or 3 on your janky wheel or more, the more that we can clean up that wheel and make it round and running smoothly like a well-oiled machine, the more time you're going to get back, the more money you're going to make, and the more impact you're going to make on their lives and your team's life, because then your practice is going to run a lot smoother.